My name is Colleen Huston. I'm a member of the Disability Action Hall. I'm really excited to be here. Plan It's really a courageous attempt to unite a lot of policies that many members of the Disability Action Hall are impacted by. Lots of people with disabilities fall under two different types of legislation, provincial and municipal, especially around affordable housing, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to speak today, and around quality of life issues on just how affordable our city really is. In the 1995 GO plan, McCann and Irvin, measuring the health effects of sprawl in 2003 said, spread out communities have been linked to health issues. For example, people tend to walk less and way more in these communities. And working with the Disability Action Hall, I've seen this impact on people's lives around not being close to a healthy food source and food supply. A lot of times we talk about planning communities around shopping malls, and there's some really innovative projects happening in Edmonton, helping people who are temporary foreign workers learning how to farm and creating a local food sources for people to eat. So I really encourage people to look at that project. It's quite an exciting thing that I think many marginalized populations would benefit from. Members of the Disability Action Hall, we're not able to actually read the Plan It document. We work with a low literacy group, so we try to make our consultation as tactile as possible. So we toured actually the downtown cultural district and launched a radical access tour. And in your packages, we've showed you some strong examples of design on what we think would make it an inclusive city. And so I guess my stance of today is we would just ensure that the Plan It, it's a great start, it's a great blueprint. We like it to go a little bit further around social sustainability. Poverty Talks is an initiative of many groups in the city, and the Disability Action Hall, among many other people, were instrumental in trying to get a low-income transit pass. And we fought really hard for this pass, and it took about 8 years. It's still not quite there yet, but many people at this consultation said they couldn't afford the pass at 50% of the cost. And we're talking about making great design, but can we really afford to get on these buses? Can we afford these houses? I'm trying to look into buying a house in the inner city. It's $450 a square foot, and I can't afford that. So I'm couch surfing right now, and I'm not on low income. So I really question just how many Calgarians would fall through the cracks, and maybe the small closing middle class in our city. And are we really doing all we can to make sure that we have a great city? I just wanted to stress that many people with disabilities, rules are governed by a lack of choice and live in very different, unique models, like a landlord-tenant model, and aren't governed by Calgary housing law legislation or municipal governance acts. And there's finger pointing coming from the province and the city on just how can this person be safe in these houses, and that we look at those kind of what ways we can keep people safe in houses and what's happening with our seniors, because we are prone to caregiver acts around provincial legislation that we need to look at to make people safe in these homes. So just want to say Plan It's a great start, and we do support what it stands for. We just like to see that we look at social sustainability measures more and consult with actually our city social workers a lot more to enhance this document. Thank you. It's frustrating seeing that the lowering of health. I mean, you have to question, what's that really doing to our healthcare system when we can't design cities that promote people to walk and to get on the buses, and having these social support networks. And some people are traveling 2 hours as now just to get to those social support systems. And the idea that we're trying to make our city bigger, I am very concerned about the health of people who are vulnerable, many seniors, many people with many different types of sensory abilities. I am concerned about the amount of condo conversions, and that maybe, does this document even look at rent control, and do we look at what can we do about the supply? And I see that we have a lot of housing. It's just a matter of, can we go a little step further and taking that Municipal Governance Act and making sure that it has good housing policy with teeth to help our urban planners ensure that Calgarians are housed, because it's a lot less money to put people in homes than keep them couch surfing or on the streets.